Hi everyone, this is Ouassima. Welcome. Hi Christine. Welcome to my channel Western Magic. Today I'm doing like two lives. I have one live in English now and another. It will be at midday for my French members. I decided today to do two lives because I need to talk about some things that are different for each community, and I wanted it to be quick also. If not, I would stay a long time here. Hi, Evelyn. Hi. All right. So, how was your week? How was your month of March? It was crazy month. It was crazy month. Well, for me, it was. It was my birthday month. So I got crazy gifts. I got also we did the Mad March Tarot with Alice in Wonderland in the two groups, you know, French and English. I liked it. I didn't have time to finish all my questions. I have like 5 questions left, but I really enjoyed my challenge, and thank you. Thanks to the organizer. I'm just giving you for Sarah Russell. She organized this challenge and I just made the translation in French, and thank you so much for the challenge. I loved it. We did also some live videos, and we proposed some spreads, and Christine and Celeste showed some decks we can play with, etc. It was very interesting month with that. I did something else with this challenge. I brought all the answers in one document with the questions. So I have all the questions of the challenge with the answers, and I'm gonna print it and add it to my Mystic journal, because I found that the answers I got were sometimes repetitive. I got some repetition in the answers, and that is interesting. I also got some the same cards, like the chariot. I got another Stalker card. I forgot what it is, but I got the same cards over days, and they are talking really about what is happening in my life, in my house, etc. So I think it would be really interesting to keep that in my journal, and not only in Facebook. So I can go back to there and read, and yeah, and see where I was in that period of life, etc. So this is the first thing I wanted to talk about. I also wanted to thank Amy. Amy, I just got your collage. So thank you. It was a gift for my birthday, and she made it. She's really gifted, and I find her collages really joyful, and I love them. So thank you very much for this collage. I'm gonna keep it as usual in my place to have that kind of energy with me for some days. Evelyn said, I loved all the questions of that Mad March challenge. Yeah, questions were really interesting. Talking about decks. So the other thing I wanted to tell you is that I shipped, you know, for the March, for this month, I had my Kickstarter campaign going for the Cosmic Laws Oracle deck, and I have sent all the packages. Long list of packages. I have sent all of them. I have just one left. Because the address needs to be corrected with the person. But I have sent all the decks to different parts of the world, and I find that always amazing. Some went to Australia, to France, to Belgium, to England, to USA, United States, to Canada, etc. They went all over the world, and even if it's not a big campaign, I would say, but it was amazing for me to send all these decks all over the world. I find it fascinating. I find it fascinating to touch the deck and prepare it with attention, with love, and writing down things for you and preparing the packages with my husband. Everyone has participated. My mom participated, my husband also, and even the persons in the post office, they were so kind. I arrived with all my packages and they were like looking at me with their big eyes, and they were like, we are gonna spend the day here. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I could do it at home, but my printer is not functioning well, so I wanted to come, you know, and do it with you. And they were all smiling, and I was like, yeah, don't worry, it's okay. Are you sure that you don't carry dangerous stuff inside? And I'm like, well, if you consider an oracle deck as dangerous, I don't know. So yeah, well, oracle decks might be dangerous with their answers, you know. So it was really funny. And I have spent like hi Pearl, I have spent like an hour or more writing down things, you know, the cost and all these things, and putting down like it needs to go by plane. And you know, you need to declare a lot of things for customs, so I needed to write down all of this for all the packages. So it was long work, but I really enjoyed preparing all the packages, and yeah, and sending them with much love into the world. So hi Mart. So yeah, so I hope you received the decks in Canada. In Canada, you can receive them this week. I mean, maybe tomorrow, maybe after tomorrow, because it doesn't take a long time. For Europe, it will take maybe for Europe and Australia and all the other places, it might take, she told me it might take like 11 to 15 days, but maybe sooner, we don't know. But you know, just check your mail. For United States, it depends where, because if it's really close, it might take like 4 to 5 days. If it's far, you know, at the south, for example, it might take 7 days. So yeah, so the decks have been sent, and I'm done with this. And I have like, I think I have 7 or 8 decks left. From the Cosmic Laws Oracle deck of the first edition. So if you want to grab a copy, just visit my website. I am making it in English and French so that it's easy to, you know, to order your deck. So I have like 7 or 8 decks left before the second edition, and I don't know yet when it will be. So grab your copy, I mean, if you want this deck. And the books that come with it in Fresh and English are in Lulu, and you can have the printed copy if you want. Some asked for it, and it's already in Lulu. Lulu. It's a funny name. And the other thing is that I didn't show you with this deck is that the edges I have made for this deck. So the back of the card is like this. It's called the Cosmic Laws Oracle. So I wanted the cosmos to be here, and this is the back of the cards, and this is the edges I made. And I talk about the edges in the Kickstarter campaign. So yeah, so this is about the deck I worked on for March, and it took a lot of time from me. And the other thing also, that after that, you know, I made let me see where I wanted to talk about. Yeah, I have purchased some decks for March, and at a really good price. Thank you, Mark. Nice edges. Yes, I love them. I really love them, and they have a spiritual signification for me. It's not like just to make it beautiful, but it has spiritual signification, and I wrote about it on my Kickstarter campaign. So yeah, so I got some new decks for March. And to be honest, with all the things that were going on in my life, like we had a lot of work at our house, painting, some work, etc. It was really big month for me. And, you know, with my Oracle deck, with my clients, with my with other workshops, etc. I give. It was a big month, and I felt that I needed some new decks. I don't know if it's because I just needed like a new breath in my life, or I needed like to be supported by some decks. But yeah, I got new decks, and one of the decks I got at a really good price. I got it for $10. For $10 Canadian dollars, that's like $7 US. I got the Art of Love tarot by a local tarot lover, and the book is practically like new. The only thing about the cards is that the person wrote on the cards the astrological correspondences, and also Air for Swords, because it doesn't give the name here of the suit, which is nice. I mean, it can help. But when I saw this deck, the deck is beautiful. It's a very nurturing deck. I didn't play with it much. I just you know, checked some cards, etc. But the thing is that I am thinking about edging, because I don't know if I want to keep this here. So I'm thinking about edging and cutting the borders, and using it more as an oracle deck more than a tarot deck. So I'm thinking about that, and as soon as I have some time, I might do it. So this one is one of the decks I got for March. And as I said, nurturing decks during difficult times. I made a video. I don't know if I made it in English, but as much as March has been exciting for me, it has been tiring, really tiring, for my health, for my mental charge, because I had a lot of projects at the same time. So yeah, I getting decks that are nurturing, and I don't need to play necessarily when I'm in that kind of state, you know, tired and a lot of things and excited at the same time. I tend to write less on my journal, and I tend to play less with my cards. So that's why I wanted something to look at instead of just playing with. The other things I got, which one I'm gonna show you? Oh yeah, I showed this on another video. It's the Tarot Fauna, and also it's a nurturing deck for difficult times. I loved using it. Not that much using it like for spreads, but at least like just and the you know, when you touch the cards, they are so sweet, nice, and like you are touching something, like you are touching flowers, I would say. They are, yeah, it's not like decks that are harsh and strong. They are I'm not finding the word, but yeah, they are sweet. This is what I can say. And they are beautiful cards. And this one, I bought it for my brother before I decide to keep it for myself. I hope you won't say no. Okay, so I won't show you all the decks, and I just wanted to tell you about that. You know, when we are in difficult time, we tend to look for decks that are helping. And of course, the Alice Tarot has been with me for all. Yeah, Mark, thank you for the words. Smooth, flexible, not rigid, welding. Yes, welding is a nice word, I would say. Yes. So another deck, of course, we were talking about the Mad March Tarot, the Mad March challenge, and I have been using this deck, the Alice Tarot. Beautiful deck. Very beautiful. I am impatient to get the second edition. I ordered it, and it's a clear deck. You can get the message straight. It has scenes, it has emotions. The faces have emotions. Let me show you. See here, I don't know if you can. I hope you can see. The cards have emotions, and I love it when cards have emotions, because you can, oh, look at this one. You can grab the sense, and I am a feeling person, you know, I am an emotional person, so I tend to look for the feelings of the cards. And Alice Tarot, that's cool. I will tell a reader she is doing a tea party soon when snow melts. Yeah. And so, yeah, so this card, I had it in March, and you know, I had, like, as I told you, a busy March, etc. So a very interesting deck, and I think my journey with it didn't finish. I will use it probably more for my next readings, probably with clients also. With clients, it was a very interesting reading. I used it with one client that had a bit of difficulty to speak about her emotions, and it was perfect because in the deck, she got the image of what she is living inside of her, and it worked perfectly. It worked really, really well. So yeah, so this deck is very beautiful one for readings with clients. I would use it. Like, oh, talking about that, another deck that was surprising. I have been using it for the last 3 months, I would say. I have never used it for myself. I use it only for readings with clients. And it is a beautiful deck. I have never seen it somewhere in, you know, in the community, but it's a beautiful one. It reads so well, so well with professional readings, talking about business, talking about work, transitions of work, etc. It worked really, really perfectly. I didn't do. I think I did readings also for relationship with this one, and it's called the Source Energy Art Collector's Tarot Deck. So I will just leave this here so you can grab the address where you can get it, etc. So yeah, I have never seen this deck somewhere. And I got it as I got it in a trade. And it's a big deck. See, with my hands, it's a big. And if you, I did just yesterday, yeah, I think yesterday I did a reading with it, and I got like, I think I got 12 or 13, 13 card in my spread, and I needed space to do it because they are big. They are really big cards. So thank you, Omar, for writing it down. Yes, so they are big cards. And I needed to, you know, yesterday I needed to put the card over card. Usually I use it for spreads that I have like 5, 6 cards, but yesterday was a big spread. So I think it worked well. That was fine. So yeah, I've never seen this deck before, and I don't know why, because it's a beautiful deck. And I love decks that are not shown everywhere, because I love looking for things that have potential and to reveal them to people. This is one of things I like. Hi, Rupali. You can ask a question, but I'm not doing readings today. So yeah, so if you know about a deck that is not well known, underrated, just let me know, because I would love to show it in my channel, to share it with you, with all the members. And yeah, discovering new things, it's always a pleasure, you know. So if you have that type of decks, just let me know. Yeah, so this deck was till now, and it will be probably one of my most used decks with clients. Beautiful. I don't know how to describe it. I didn't even make an interview with it, but I think I will do it. I will make an interview and ask this deck why does it work so well with clients? What is special about it? Yeah. Yeah, I know this, the channel of Kelly, The Truth in Story, Journey Tokens. Yes, I would love to see it. All right, thank you. I didn't see these journeys. March was crazy. I need to catch up a lot of videos. So yeah, so this is an unknown deck, but for me, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Works so well. Yeah, so let me put this here. Okay, see time passing because I want to tell you a lot of things about April also. Okay, so I don't want to show you other decks. Yeah, let's talk about April. Thank you. Yes, I will check that. So for April, we will have another big month, and we decided in our group, Study Your Tarot Deck in 21 Days, we decided to study a tarot deck plus a book. So let's start with the book. I talked about it in my last video, but if you didn't watch it, let me show you. So the book we will be studying in April is this one, 78 Degrees of Wisdom by Rachel Pollack. The old version or the new version. I have the new version and I started to read it. I started the first pages. So why we decided to study a book together? Because first of all, we enjoy doing things together in our group, in our Facebook group. It is funny. We have a very nice community. We have a lot of fun together, and also we have courage and we can discipline each others to do things. It will be our first experience reading a book together, and we will see how it goes. So for the first week, our challenge is to read 2 chapters. Or maybe 3. The first chapter is the introduction. We want to focus on the cards for the first week. We will focus mostly in the introduction. So if you got this book, we are reading page 3 to 20. So page 3 to 21. After that, we go to the end, to the really the end, and we will read part 3 readings. Why we decided to do that? Well, first of all, is because we are going to do a challenge in April, and we want to have some insights about how we read, what kind of spreads we can do, etc. That's why we are doing it we are doing this part at the end. After that, for the weeks after, we will focus more in the cards. I need to say something though. For this book and any tarot books, I advise you, of course, this works for me, but if you feel that it works for you, go ahead and try this. So I will advise you to keep always in mind that this book and any other books about tarot decks is the own vision of the writer or the creator. It's not your vision. And it is really important to keep that in mind, because what we need or what we want is that you formulate or you create your own vision of every card. And there is no best way than staying with the card, meditating with it, and leave yourself doing that trip, that journey with the card. So this card will, of course, bring some insights, will bring some new things, but you have the choice to keep them or to leave them. It's like for people that read reversals or not. It's your own way of reading what is really, and one of my principles, especially in the group Study Your Tarot Deck in 21 Days, is learn it your way and trust your way of reading and your way of perception. What is really important is that how you read the cards is not how others read your cards. So really important for me to make that focus. So the group is called Study Your Tarot Deck in 21 Days. It is in English and you can join. Of course, as you noticed, English is not my first language, it's my third language. So I might have difficulty to find some words sometimes, but there is a big community and they are all supporting. Just see if I have other questions. All right. So this is about the book. About the book, we have chapters to read each week. About the text, we will be studying in April. Yeah, we have a lot of text. Let me say something before we show you the text. For April, we decided to have a mix of challenges. The first thing is we will be using the challenge of Lionheart. If you don't know her, check her in Instagram. She has amazing challenges. So we will be using her challenge for April. Plus, in addition to that, I added questions from my own book study. You can find it on my website for free. And I brought some questions, not all of them, some questions from my challenge, from my book, and questions from Lionheart, and I merged them so we can have every day a question. So every day we will have a question to help you delve inside your tarot deck. Now, the tarot decks we will be studying in April. We have two. The first thing that will be the major one. Yes, you can join. It's available for any tarot lover, of course. So the first deck we will be studying is the Prisma. It's like that, the Prisma Vision Tarot. I don't know if you have the light one, I mean the black and white or the color version. You can join us for any version of this deck. So this deck has been created by, and let me find, James Eads, and the booklet was made by Catherine Thompson, another person that wrote the booklet. The text in the booklet is really interesting. It's amazing what we can find in really small books like that. So, oh, you have the black and white. This is interesting. Yes, you can use it. And talking about the deck, so this is the Prisma Vision Tarot. We will be studying it. It's the first deck we will be studying in April. And so this is the deck. Quickly moving through it to show it to you. Very colorful. But yeah, I saw the version in black and white, and there are some contrasts and things that appear more in here and not in the black and white version, and vice versa. It'd be interesting to see the difference of both. It is pretty deck. So this is the first deck. Sorry, we will be studying in April. The second deck we will be studying in April. I have suggested it, and some people said yes, they would be interesting. It would be interesting to study this deck also. I don't think I will do both because it would be really a lot for me. But the second is the Margaret Peterson Tarot. Another beautiful deck, and very colorful. I saw many of you have trimmed the deck, which is really interesting. I don't think I will trim it because, you know, I think it's out of print and I don't want to make a disaster with my cards. So this one will be the second one we will study. This one, I mean, it's appealing for me. So I don't know if I would do both at the same time, but I will see. Very interesting. And I would love to do shamanic work with this. I'm a shamanic practitioner, and yeah, I'm interested in that, in things we can do with cards and shamanism. So yeah, I will see. So these are our major decks to use in April. But, and there is a but, if you don't have one of these decks, you can join anyway, because the questions I will be asking, and my questions and the questions I brought from Lionheart are general. They are not related to a specific deck. I might add other questions, but for now, the challenge of the 30 days of April, we have generic questions. You can use any deck with them. So don't stop yourself if you don't have one of these decks. Just join us, and it's always a pleasure to see different decks and the insights you get from them. And we will, of course, ask you a lot of questions about the decks. How do you find them, etc., etc. And yeah, so this is the decks. All right, April Prisma Vision Tarot and Margaret Peterson Tarot. Right. So these are our challenges for April, a big month. We will do our best. Of course, the goal or the principles of our studies in our Facebook group is to have fun, is to do our best, and of course, is to learn by ourselves and experience things with ourselves, and not like supposing that it will work that way. This, by the way, this is one of my spirit messages this morning. They were talking about the fact that we need to open ourselves to the opportunities of the world, to the opportunities that can come to us, and we need to stop planning a lot of things and planning the way how they should happen, planning the way they should function, and planning the results. Their message was really beautiful about letting go and open ourselves to the different possibilities that can come to us. So I'm sharing that with you. All right, so I hope you will enjoy our challenges. If I have, did I have something else to tell you? Let me see if I forgot something. All right, no, I think I talked about everything for the group. If you are about events, if you are in Montreal and the surrounding in Quebec, I am organizing my last workshop for April, I would say. By the 7th, I think the 7th of April, we will do shamanic healing using the sound and drums with another partner in shamanism. So if you are here, you can join us. It will be a beautiful, beautiful healing workshop. The second event, if you speak French, that will be nice for you. If not, maybe for the next edition, we are organizing a taroton. A taroton means having a full weekend with 22 persons from YouTube, from different practices, where we are going to talk about astrology, numerology, tarot decks, shamanism, healing, a lot of things. And it will be for the 13th and the 14th of April. If you are speaking French, if not, I hope really in the future we can organize something in both languages. Oh, interesting. So Evelyn is saying she will use both the Prisma and the Margaret Peterson because they complete the colors. The colors of Margaret complete the colors of the Prisma. This is interesting. Thank you for this. So we can use both in our readings for April. That would work for me instead of using just one deck. That would be nice. Hi, Maya. I didn't recognize you with the names on YouTube. Why do you change names? All right. Lynn is saying she speaks French just a little bit. All right. So you can understand a little of the taroton. So it was really a pleasure to talk to you. Now I need to go and to prepare for my live in French. That would be within half an hour. So I will see you soon in our Facebook group, Study Your Tarot Deck in 21 Days. If you have any question, just visit my website. I have the link below, and send me a question or whatever. Send me a suggestion about decks you want to study, etc. And wish you a very, very, very beautiful month of April. Bye-bye.